Heidi Ho campers, how you doing? My name is Sharon Combs with UCDI Leadership. Hey, I'm just going to talk a little bit about some leadership things today, how you can nurture leaders, how you can navigate the different leaders in your organization. As you guys know, we have many generations in the workspace now, whether that's working from home, whether that's working on site, wherever it is you're working, there's so many different types of people inside of your org chart, inside of your organizational chart. And so I just want to share some of the things about nurturing leaders that can be helpful for you. When you have new leaders that are coming up, they're new, they're excited, they want to know what's next, what the career ladder looks like for them next. And we know some of the career ladders that we have gotten antiquated. Y'all don't be mad at me. I'm just saying they're not. The career ladder is not set up to meet this workforce that we have. And so with some of your newer leaders, they're looking for places that they can plug in, places that they can be a part, places that they can add value inside. And so to nurture some of those leaders, you want to give them opportunities to have ownership, opportunities to lead something. Whatever that project may be, whatever that initiative is, you want to give them opportunities to try, their skill set, to put their skill set to work for the company, for the organization. People love being a part of something, whether they are a new leader or whether they are a veteran leader. Sometimes with veteran leaders too, you want to be sure that you're not ignoring them or just feeling like, you know what, they've been around forever, they're just stuck in their ways. No, listen to the ways, because those ways are tried and true as well. It is a way, as Jelena Simpson would say from Jelena Simpson Consulting. And even though it is a way and it is a credible way and a way that works for them, it doesn't mean it is the way. It's not the only way. And so with your veteran leaders, listen to your veteran leaders, allow them to pour into some of your newer leaders and allow them to learn and grow. Don't just throw out what they have to say like they're antiquated or they don't know. They do know, and they've been with you, so honor that. Another thing with different leaders inside of the workspace, based on generations, based on leadership styles, based on leadership methods, based on leadership personalities, it all gets so conflated, if that's even the word. I may have just made it up, I don't know, but it's just like, it's all mixed in there together. And so for you to nurture some of the newer leaders, again, you want to give them something that they can do. Don't give them something fake or a project that nobody really cares about. Allow them to be a part of the day-to-day operations. Give them ownership over certain initiatives, over certain responsibilities. Ask them about those responsibilities and initiatives. Follow up with them. Ask them, what did you communicate? How did it go? How are you measuring these statistics? If you don't know what to ask them, just put a SMART goal acronym in front of you and ask based on the SMART. What that is doing is that's building engagement and connecting you with these new leaders who are coming up and who are going to really who are of value now and only going to bring more value to your organization, because people again want to connect. So ask them questions about it, give them something to do, and ask them about what they're doing. And make sure what you give them to do is something that has an impact, that it does influence the overall outcome. Don't have them out there washing cars if that's not the business, if that's not what you do. Don't do that. Don't give them fake assignments and fake responsibilities. Give them real, true responsibilities so they can learn how to trust themselves under pressure. They can learn how to communicate barriers. They can learn how to move timelines if it looks like it's going to be approved, if it looks like it's going to be completed before the projected date or after the projected date. But as you're doing that, you are grooming those leaders to have a bigger voice, a better voice, a more skilled voice, because they've had time to practice communicating barriers, successes, reframe timelines, all of those things they've been communicating because you gave them something that they could have ownership over and an initiative that really impacts the overall team. So when you're nurturing your new leaders, you want to be sure to do that. Um, this part right here, listen, people people are pretty predictable for the most part. Most people are consistent. So if you have a veteran leader who is always hemming and hawing, who's always bitter about something, who when everyone else is like, yay, the cup's half full, they're like, no, it ain't, it's half empty, and we're only gonna drink the water, and then nobody's this water is poison, and everything they see is it's just venom. But because they've been in leadership for so long, nobody has really addressed it or moved them around Protect your new leaders from that. To nurture your new leaders, do not have them go over there with the poison berry, and quit playing. You know who the poison berry is on your team. Someone who always has something negative to say, someone who is not a team player, someone who just, they don't even put their best foot forward on any company initiatives, because if it's not their way, then they don't care if it's successful. So you want to keep your new leaders away from that. I know, it's not politically correct to say, but I'm gonna say it to you, because if you partner that new leader up with some disgruntled employee who's been around for a while, you're gonna have two disgruntled employees. I've never seen a good apple turn a bad apple good. However, I have seen rotten apples let that rot get into other fruit in the same basket, even if they're not apples. So that's another thing with leadership. I think that's all I really wanted to share today. It's Tuesday. It's almost 3:30 Central Time, and I was just speaking with some of my clients and some people I work with, and it's a lot of different generations inside of this workspace right now, and everybody's trying to make sense of everything. We're coming out of this pandemic, God willing, and I surely hope so. We got a lot of crazy stuff going on with violence and what about this and what about that, and a lot of us are concerned. We're so stuck in our circle of concern, we're not really focusing on what we can control, and that actually spills over into the workplace. And so that's when you have your veteran leaders, your leaders who have kind of been in it for about 5, 7 years. And then you have some of your newer leaders who are very happy and they want to know where the career ladder is. They want to know how they can do more for your organization. Let those people have an opportunity to do more. Even if the ladder doesn't go directly up, maybe it goes up and to the side. Maybe it's a lateral move, but give them opportunities, give them initiatives, give them places of oversight so that they can see how things are doing, and then they can communicate that to their upline. That's practicing, that's giving them practice on communicating barriers, moving timelines, competing priorities. It's giving them all that practice. Also, keep them away from negative Nellies or people who are just waiting their last 2 years before they retire, because those individuals may not feed them healthy, healthy leadership material. So that's all I have today. Y'all be safe. God bless. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. I think this is on LinkedIn as well as YouTube. So continue to connect. If you're on LinkedIn and you see this, connect with me. My name is Sharon Combs. Reach out. Let's connect. Let's see what we can do with connection. Talk to you guys soon.